Hey there, everybody. Pete Pardo here from Sea of Tranquility. Welcome to another edition of What's Hot with Sea of Tranquility. We got any Southern Rock fans in the house today? Do we? Cool. Glad you stopped by. Because we've got a great new live release, an archival live release that's just coming out from a favorite band of a lot of people, the Marshall-Tucker-Band. New Year's in New Orleans, Roll Up 78 and Light Up 79. Okay, recorded in late 1978, December 31st, New Year's Eve, I might add, 1978, moving into 1979 at the Warehouse in Louisiana. Okay, a place that the band played quite a bit. That was home to a lot of rock acts that came through Louisiana, right, would stop in and play at this place. This is just coming out, and this is a perfect example of a great live album that comes out, an archival live album of a great band from the 70s, when at a time period where that said band never really had a live album in the 70s. You know, they had a split album, okay, that had live and studio tracks on it, but not a full-fledged live LP. All right, so many bands fall into this category. You know, they maybe released a single early on, or none at all, and then you get an archival one that comes out 30 years later, what have you. That's kind of the deal here. This is a killer live set. All right, basically you got the whole concert recorded on New Year's Eve. All right, even it spills over past midnight. Okay, so you get like Old Lang Syne and all that kind of stuff, and a few extra tunes after midnight, which is kind of neat, right? But here you got basically the classic lineup of the band. Okay, and a ripping set full of their greatest tunes. Okay, so what do we got on here, Pete? You're asking. All right, well, just let me list you the track listings. Fly Like an Eagle kicks things off. Long Hard Ride, Fire on the Mountain, Heard It in a Love Song, which is their big radio hit. We're still riding high on it from here. Dream Lover, new tune at the time for them. Blue Ridge Mountain Skies, Can't You See? What's really interesting, I've been listening to this, and the band sounds great. And Paul Gray, their singer, sounds really good throughout this whole set. But interestingly enough, and that's why I wonder if this is the way the songs actually played out at the show that night, because Can't You See is 7 tunes into the live album here. And at the beginning, Paul gets up on the mic, and you can hear he's really hoarse. And he's like, "How's everybody doing tonight? I apologize. I'm a little hoarse tonight." And he's pretty rough on that song, but yet in the rest of the set, he sounds spectacular. So I don't know whether, maybe they played two sets that day, or, maybe that recording is from an earlier one or the later one. I don't know. I'm not really sure. But he sounds great throughout the rest of it. So it's like, well, all of a sudden, the middle of the set, he announces he's hoarse, and then after the song is done, he sounds great again. So I don't know. I'm not really sure what the deal is with that, or whether, maybe there's some information here I haven't seen or read yet, but, I don't know. Anyway, just kind of interesting. Well, the song sounds great, but what else we got? Hillbilly Band, Ramblin'. I got rambling on my mind. What else? This Old Cowboy. Nice lengthy This Old Cowboy. Desert Skies, killer. Toy Caldwell on guitar, ladies and gentlemen. Holy crapola. A 13-minute long, 24 hours at a time. It has all sorts of jamming on it. A lot of people have always called the Marshall-Tucker-Band at their core a jam band, an early jam band. A lot of jazz and blues jamming going on in a lot of these tunes, but especially in that one. Over on disc 2, you got the New Year's Eve countdown, a little Old Lang Syne. You got I'll Be Loving You, Searching for a Rainbow, spectacular on here. And then Will the Circle Be Unbroken, another lengthy tune with lots of cool guitar solos and things like that. I dig it. I always had a soft spot for the Marshall-Tucker-Band. They were a little bit mellower than a lot of the other Southern rock bands at the time. They were never really a heavy band. They had a little more country influence and certainly some jazz. They had flute and woodwinds and things from time to time. Very cool sound, very pleasing sound, great vocal harmonies, tasty guitar work, lead guitar, pedal steel on occasion. Just a really, really enjoyable, fun band, I always thought. They were a nice change of pace from, the Skynyards and Molly Hatchet and all that kind of stuff, right? But I dig it. This is a great live album. This is a live album that should have been released back in, 1979, basically. Really good stuff. Let me just kind of show you, pull out the booklet here. All right, and again, you got 2 CDs, so here's the booklets. All right, some info on the show, on the band, lots of pictures. It's kind of neat there, right? Then on the back, pretty cool. And it sounds good, too. Really great sounding live album. I dig it. And apparently this also went out as a radio broadcast at the time. So, pretty cool. See the back. All right. I dig it. A really nice release, released on Marshall Tucker Band Records, I guess. MT Industries. So I guess it's an official release by the band. Kind of cool, right? So check it out. Hopefully you dig that. If you're a fan, I think you will love it. I think you will love it. It's just a great snapshot of a great Southern rock band, basically at just about the peak, right? Because they were riding pretty high right about then. As soon as the 80s kind of crept in, their heyday was kind of, they were still releasing albums. But I think, the mid to late 70s was where the Marshall Tucker Band were really starting to, sell a lot of records, bigger tours, although they have some great albums in the early 70s, probably my favorites. But from more of a commercial standpoint, they were starting to appeal to more of the masses right around this time. And great set list. You got so many of their killer tunes on here. Like I said, awesome performance. And I dig it. Visit us on the web at www.seatranquility.org. We're on Facebook. We're on Twitter. Of course, we are on YouTube all the damn time. We got more new stuff coming up, so stay tuned. Classic Live Album War Round 4 is set to wind down. Wild card round going to be happening. Then we'll launch into Round 5 early next week. So a lot of stuff going on, right? End of the year is coming. Best of the year. Best of the decade. All sorts of things happening. So you don't want to miss any of it. Stay tuned, guys. We'll see you real soon. Bye-bye.